Have you ever wanted to play a game that was initially developed in someone's garage for 3 years? Do you like first-person shooters like Quake and Half-Life, but just want something a little bit different? If so, then join me today as we play Unreal, released in 1998 by Epic Megagames and GT Interactive Software. As you can tell with the introduction here, it looks like a full-motion video. Well, guess what? It's not. This is all 100% rendered in real time. And for 1998, this is pretty spectacular. They actually featured screenshots from the game directly on the box. In fact, the box itself featured the CD right in the middle of the box. And it had 4 different screenshots on each cover, so you could kind of collect whichever screenshot you wanted to. If you have the money, collect all 4, I suppose. But let's begin. By the way, I'm also playing Unreal Gold, and this is the Old Unreal Edition. Old Unreal Edition just means that I've got a special patch for it, and the patch is Old Unreal 227, so if you just Google that, you'll find it. It's very straightforward. It works with Steam, it works with GOG.com, the GOG.com download. And this patch gives me more difficulty levels. It also gives me widescreen format and 32-bit graphics. So let's begin. Again, campaign, we've got Unreal and Return to Napoli. Return to Napoli, I don't know if I'm going to do that. We'll see at the end of this Let's Play if I'm going to do that or not. Return to Napoli comes with Unreal Gold, by the way. But let's select Unreal, and I'm going to go with Hard. Initially, you would only have Hard and Unreal. But with Old Unreal, you have Very Hard and Godlike. Hard is good enough, I think. Mutators, we're not going to deal with those. And welcome to the Unreal Engine again. Where are we, though?
Prisoner 849 escaping.
Well, if you couldn't hear that, we are Prisoner 849, and we are escaping. Whoa! This is not exactly stable, is it? No, I'm going to look around a little bit. Well, yeah, he didn't have a good death there. Okay, well, I'm going to take my time for this Let's Play, by the way, and I'm going to speed through some things when I have to survive, but other times we're just going to enjoy the view and scenery. It's kind of a book here. We can't really do anything with it. But if we grab this is the Universal Translator, and if we go down here, you'll notice that if we press F2, we can actually read it. And one good thing about Old Unreal is that it improves the translator messages so they're large enough so that you can actually see them. So there's another reason for why I'm doing that. And here's another translator message from this guy. And let's check this out. Alright. You can go around here a little bit and look around. But here we pick up our first item, which is a flare. We'll get to that later. There's no need in wasting flares right now. We have another book. Wow, everybody's really being treated well, aren't they? Now let's keep going. Whoa! Watch it. As soon as it happens, yeah, stop. Because if you don't, you could get killed. It was another book here. Great. My dog says hello. So there's Prisoner 472 escaping. 807 escaped. Wonder which prisoners we saw and which one this one is. And also the characters are male or female. Maybe you couldn't tell. Okay, now we're in kind of a restricted area. There are a few things about the Unreal Engine I'd like to discuss right now, by the way. The Unreal Engine, which came out in 1998, again, it was Tim Sweeney, the developer, spent 3 years in his garage trying to develop kind of a Quake clone. And this came out about the time when the ID Tech 2 engine came out. And this engine one of the big features is that it could render using both DirectX and OpenGL and software mode. This was one of the first 3D games to do that. Most games had to be patched for one way or the other. They kind of had to decide which way they would go. For example, if you remember, Need for Speed 2 came out. There was a special edition that came out for 3DFX cards, for Voodoo cards, that is. And so this game was, I mean, that was actually a very big accomplishment for 1998. Drivers weren't that sophisticated back then. Another thing we'll see in this game is volumetric lighting, which you won't see it much here. Let me grab the help. But you'll see it more in these locations. You can see kind of a pulsating lighting going through here. Well, that was a new feature. I think Quake 2 had that as well, so I don't know if this was the first game, but it was definitely a big feature of this game. So it had colored lighting as well. It had an effect for generating fog, smoke, plasma, as you can see here. So you can kind of have something here to obscure your view. Dynamic lighting had real-time rendering of colored lights, and you can mix colored light sources to produce other colors, so that was very amazing too. You could also see moving shadows. Like here, you can see that we are female, and the moving shadow, you can actually see that's rendered real time. 1998, that was amazing. You can see there's kind of an armor here, but we can't grab it. But if we go over here and jump, we can hit the switch. So that's our first little puzzle. And I don't want to go down there just yet. And this, by the way, is a low friction floor. And over here we have a pilot who's dead on us here. And here we have another message. So I kind of like that. This game doesn't really necessarily give you a story directly. They just kind of give you bits and pieces of the story over time. And you're supposed to just kind of figure that out. And I'd like to go back up there. There's a clip I'd like to get. And you can jump, by the way. But that's okay, because it gives me a chance to press this switch. Of course I did that. It's early yet. There we go. And this takes us back around here. And in my testing, I never missed this jump, but of course missed this jump now. What you want to do here is just kind of go over here and grab these two little secret items. It's 2 clips, and that'll be useful for weapons in the future. And there we go. I won't cover every secret in the game, but there are going to be a lot of secrets to show off. And watch out here, that little cable can hurt you. And if it does, it does. You'll find more health later. Here we got kind of a sick bay here. And another message. Alright, so it's giving us bits and pieces. We are on the ship Vortex Rikers, and we were taking prisoners to a prison moon, and for some reason, for whatever reason, we ran into this planet instead. We had a shitty navigator, and he took us into another planet. The planet drew us in by gravity well, and here we are. By the way, here's some more health. Health is going to pick up your health by 20 points. He's been over there. Oh, and here's another nice little feature. Everything's rendered real time. If you remember my Heretic Let's Plays and Doom Let's Plays, I remember that everything was kind of pretty much a flat sprite, even though you had a 3D map, or a quasi-3D map. Even though Doom and Heretic, the Doom clones, were really two-dimensional maps, but they were fanned out into 3 dimensions. But, yeah. Oh, we can also crouch, by the way, pressing the C button here. You can map it to a different key. By default, the movement keys are mapped to up, down, left, and right arrows, but I've mapped them to the the WASD. Thinking about Q for some reason. Maybe it's because I've been watching too much Star Trek. But anyways, let's move on. Oh, there's a bunch of lines on a board. And here we get our first weapon, the dispersion pistol. Dispersion pistol is basically our chainsaw. Our not unlimited use weapon is just a little bit limited because of the fact that you only have 50 rounds and they slowly recharge. But with the primary fire, you can shoot out one at a time, and with the secondary fire, which is alt fire, you can actually charge up the weapon, and that's pretty useful. Okay. Oh, by the way, break glass. I'm gonna do that. Throw it 100 health. There we go. There's another message around here somewhere. So we're trying to get the power juiced up, and we were unable to make it, that looks like. So I'm pretty sure we crashed. But at least we survived the crash. That's nice. And this will take us over this way, but you can still go over here. Whoops. I'm jumping, I've got to get used to this again. You can kind of jump around a little bit. And always check your corners and things like that. Like over here you can do a little bit of acrobatics. Sometimes you'll find things, sometimes you won't. Sometimes you won't, rather. And I did that by mistake. It'll take me a few videos for me to get used to the physics and everything in here. I do apologize for that. I've been testing this out a bit, but I'm still not 100% used to it. Okay, there we go. Alright. We can look around here a little bit. This takes us back down there where we were earlier. And if you want me to speed up the pace of the game, I can, but I like to kind of enjoy it. You know. Well, looks like we've crashed. And that takes care of the first mission, which is called Vortex Rikers. This one's called NyLeve's Falls. Or NyLeve's Falls, rather. So yeah. We got our flare here. Another flare. And by the way, movement. If you press forward twice, you can jump out of the way. The same with left and right strafe. So remember that. That will come in handy. Oh, and here we've got a little bit of fauna here. You'll have a lot of local fauna. Some will be friendly, some will be pretty benign, but some will want to kill you. These guys up here, these mantos, when they get close, they will try to kill you. These aren't going to kill us, fortunately, but we'll be alright. And when you hear that beep, that means there's a new translator message. So we got a clip, and here we get the auto-mag, which was our second weapon. And just like Doom, you can just switch weapons by pressing the numeric keys. Or the number keys, rather. Well, there we go. Hopefully I didn't go through that too quickly for you. Oh, come on. What the hell am I doing? There we go. I apologize for that. That was the same one. Sometimes you can explode this by boxes, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's worth checking out. Sometimes it's worth going around a little bit too. Also, notice that the other ship, we have another ship that we're gonna meet up with later, the ISV Cran. Notice that ISV in there because there's actually, hold on a second. There we go. There's actually kind of a little creepy thing going on, because if you look up trivia for this game, there's a lot of trivia in that this game has a lot of things in common with the movie Avatar. And I'll mention a few things as it goes along. But one of the ships in Avatar, the name of the ship began with ISV as well, and this is the ISV Cran, the other ship. This ship is Vortex Rikers. We'll meet up with another ship later called the ISV Cran. Alright, so here's NyLeve's Falls. There's a nice little panorama view of everything. Everything's in nice widescreen format. Samantha got a little too close, so you gotta watch out for that. I won't get all of the secrets, but I'll try. This is Nali fruit, healing fruit. We'll need that later. We won't need it now. Okay, let's see what's in here. There's some bandages, looks like kind of bloody toilet paper. But the automatic clips is what we're after. So let's keep going. Whoa, there's something going this way. So what I want to do, I'm going to watch out for these missiles. Come on, brute. Damn, that hurt. You kind of watch out for these missiles because they will hurt. But fortunately, we picked up some armor earlier, so it's not going to be too bad. And watch out too, because there we go. Got some infighting going on there. Watch out too, because you don't want to go too far that way, or you'll fall off a cliff, and you could very well die. This is a nice projectile weapon, by the way. And I ran out of ammo, of course. But you got to see what the automag is like. And notice the music changed too. There's a lot of interactive music in this game. And it's not always CD sound, CD quality sound, but the way they did it was they stitched together music files, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to grab one of these healing fruits. The healing fruits take our health up by 30, so that's kind of nice. And we could go this way, but I don't want to go this way just yet. What we're going to do is, see these falls down here? We're going to go down and check those out. Grab this. Hit the lift here. Oh, there's some health there if we need it. And there's a switch around here somewhere. Just walk up to the switch, you don't have to use them. Or you press a use key. And that's nice. I'm going to try to cut these videos to about 20-25 minutes too, and I'm already getting a little short because I've gone a little slow. But that's quite alright. If we go this way, we'll see another enemy, so watch out for him. It's a tentacle, and I just walked right into that, of course. And this will take us down here, where there's some Nali healing fruit. And in here you'll have fauna that, oh sorry, it's fauna. Flora is not what I'm looking for, it's fauna. It's early yet, and my dyslexia is kicking in, but there's actually bite fish in there, and you can't really get them without some sort of an exploding weapon of some kind. So, don't jump in there. And if we go over here, we got this guy. Whoa! That little beam caught me. These guys are really dumb, by the way. These are brutes. They don't have much health. Alright. Healing fruit. We don't really need it, but... Alright, I think this is a good place to stop. So we're going to take a look down here in the future, and we're going to also go into the next mission. I'm going to mention that we go into the next mission in the next episode. So, thank you again for watching, and in the next episode we'll see what this does. So, have a good day. Bye.